anybody's interested in some speed dating outside when we're done, I got a Buick out back here. Got a nice back seat.
Yeah.
Smooth as shit. 80s interior. You can't ask for anything more than that shit. Alcohol's a motherfucker. I drink a little too much alcohol here and there. Only had 7 beers because it took like an hour and a half to get here. Hour and a half to get up on here from here. And I've been kind of trying to come up with a new method of how I'm gonna take care of the alcohol problem, because your friends are assholes and they just force feed you shots. Why did I point at that guy? I don't know. And so, you know, I was thinking it's like, what if you had a T-shirt that, like, every time you drink a beer, it, like, shrank by, like, 5%. And so each time you drink a beer, it just shrank a little bit more. And you're like, I'm getting towards my limit. And then, like, 3 beers in, you're like, I'm at midriff. And you're like, these motherfuckers are looking at me kind of funny. But when you're still having a good time with your boys, you're like, damn, let's drink some fucking beers. And they're like, damn, 4th beer. And you're like, getting a little bit more weird looks. You're like, oh, shit. Is that an Asian girl looking at me? And then by the 5th beer, you're like, damn, that Asian girl kind of looks like a ladyboy. That shit is getting fucking weird. And by the 5th beer, you're like, my nipples are almost hanging out. And you're like, hey, I gotta go. And they're like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to stand next to you no more. Maybe you should get the fuck out of here. And you're like, yeah, that is a way to get the fuck out of the bar. Because other than that, you're like, you pass the 5-year mark, and I turn into a fucking gremlin, right? 5-year mark is like pouring water on the gremlin. I'm like, oh yeah, hey Nick, let's do some burnouts on your neighbor's lawn. Like, fuck your neighbor. You know, you worry about in the morning, no big deal. You're not gonna worry about those 2 ruts are in his front yard. Everything sounds good when you're drunk. You want to eat a bag of mushrooms? It all sounds good until you're walking out of the Costa Mesa jail on a Sunday morning on a holiday, and you're like, no, Costa Mesa, and you're walking out. When you just spent the night, well, it was actually daytime. When you just spent the daytime with 2 dudes on acid, and they're yelling at the wall the whole time, and you walk in the jail cell, and you're like, damn, what's going on here? It's like, and I'm like, oh, I missed some shit going in this place. Like, I'm still seeing a little bit of shit, but I'm not seeing what you're seeing. What's going on? And before you know it, you're singing like Cheech and Chong. You're like, I think Ajax, motherfucker, that's cocaine. And then you're singing songs about fucking Cheech and Chong for like 3 hours, and the bailiff's like, these motherfuckers having too much fun. Hey, shut the fuck up in there! You're never getting out! I'm like, they said 6 hours, motherfucker! I'm getting out of this place! That was in like 5.5. They let me out, they broke my cell phone. I called my buddy, I was like, hey man, I need a ride home. He's like, what's up? I'm like, I'm in jail. He's like, which one? And I'm like, Costa Mesa. He's like, well, fuck's that one at? I've been to Newport. What's Costa Mesa at? And I'm like, you're gonna take the freeway. And they actually let me out a few minutes ago. I'm on the grass. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you took my freedom. I'm sitting on the grass. It's a little weird right now. But I lost all my shit. I got no socks. I'm just sitting here on the curb. I feel like a bitch. I was gonna rent a cab, still have my wallet, lost all my shit. The cop was like, what are you doing, son? I was like, I don't know, man. Where were you yesterday? I was like, I don't know. He's like, I volunteered drunk in public. I was like, I ate a fucking bag of mushrooms, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I just had a couple too many beers the day before, and I'm cool. And he's like, what year is it? And I was like, That is a very fucking good question. Because I was just traveling through time about 5 minutes ago. And it was kind of like the Wheel of Fortune or like the fucking shit where I didn't really know where it stopped at. But I was like, 2013? He's like, look, bitch. What time is it? And I was like, oh, what time is it? I went to the cell phone, don't touch the cell phone. I was like, daylight. And he's like, what time is daylight? And I was like, it's morning time. If I can go that way. And he's like, what kind of drugs you do? I was like, nothing. Nothing. I was like, nothing. my lawyer that trick. Don't ever admit to anything at any time. So I went for that, and he was like, he called supervisor. Supervisor shows up, he's like, who were you with last night? And I was like, drawing blanks? So I was like, I can't name anything. I was like, I don't know. I was like, Jared. And he's like, who the fuck is Jared? And I was like, it's Jared. And so he's like, what's your combination, or what's your code to your phone? And I was like, what do you want? It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I give him the code. He's like, oh, you did call Jared at like 4:55, but it's 7 o'clock. Where's Jared at? I was like, I don't know. He didn't answer the fucking phone. That's why I'm here talking to you, motherfucker. And he was like, all right, we got a couple questions for you, and then we're going to let you go. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm having my best at this. He's like, just a couple questions, and we let you go. He's like, what's your name? I was like, oh, shit, that was a tough one. I was like, oh, fuck. It's my Costa Mesa. And he was like, where do you live? And I was like, you're not going to believe this, but I live in the building behind me. And he's like, that's a concrete building that says Orange County Muscular. And I was like, believe it or not, I chose to live in that building about 6 months ago. And he's like, this motherfucker's on some good shit. And so he was like, let me take your pulse real quick. And I was like, alright. And he started taking my pulse, and I started looking at his hand. I was like, oh shit, started moving around. I give about 3 seconds. I was like, okay, that's enough. He's like, did you eat some bath salts? I was like, okay, go for it again. Go for it again. I'm partially dead right now because I ate like my body weight in mushrooms. And I barely have a pulse. If you want to go for it again, go for it again. So he went for it again 2 more times. Brand new cop, 21 years old. He's like, alright, I don't know what he's on, but he's fucked up. We don't know. And I was like, I had too many beers. I volunteered too many beers multiple times. And then fast forward to the part where I was in the drunk tank with the guys who ate all the acid. So you might be wondering of the stylish haircut. Actually, worked out. Hey, got a chick's number. It was in Huntington Beach. Man, I let you downgrade. It wasn't Huntington Beach, but I did get it was a female. I gave a little cup check. 100% female. 100% female. She was a school teacher, and she was allergic to weird shit. She had an EpiPen in her purse, and I was like, are you allergic to like short dudes with weird haircuts? She was like, not that I know of. I was like, this might work out. So we were at the fucking Huntington Beach bar. I don't even fucking know what it was called. It doesn't matter. So we were there, and the haircut came into play. We had a little river trip to Havasu about 2 weeks ago. And about 35 beers deep the night before, still a little drunk the next morning, I was brushing my teeth looking in the mirror, and I was like, that little Bud Light genie jumped on my shoulder. He was like, you know what would be good right now? A lightning bolt. And I was like, ooh. I was like, teeth in the brush. I was like, a lightning bolt? He's like, yeah, lightning bolt. I'm like, alright, we got clippers everywhere. All us hairy-ass old motherfucking men shaving our backs and shit earlier. I was like, there's clippers everywhere. Told my one buddy, I was like, hey, hook me up with a lightning bolt. And he's like, done. I was like, I got confidence in him. This motherfucker's dated like 17 hairdressers his whole life. He ain't never had any chick that either served beer or cut hair. So I'm like, he's gotta have some kind of experience. So I look over the side, I'm like, that's a W, bro. And he's like, he's like, it really looks like a W? I'm like, it's a goddamn W. Like, what's happening to fucking Willis is on the side of my fucking head. And I'm like, shit. And I'm like, so I got a W only on one side of my head. I'm like, what do we do here? What the fuck do we do with this? And so I'm like, you know what? Just shave off that side. Fuck it, shave off that side. You know the girls rock like one side? So I got the one side off, and I was like, it's still not working out. I'm not a chick, no long hair, no titties. Still not working out. I was like, fuck it, hit the other side. It's still a little buzz from that. And if I hit the other side, boom. So we're in Arizona at the time. Roll around the whole weekend. No one says shit. Arizona in the corner. I like it. At least it's female. Not some dude with a wiener out hanging up. Anyways. So I rock it the whole weekend, and I'm in Arizona, so it's totally acceptable. It's kind of like a gun on your hip. You're like, fuck, the motherfucker's in town. I get home, and I almost muffler shop, so there's no standards there. I mean, you got tattoos on your forehead, your dick, whatever. It's all the same shit. So I roll in, first customer of the day, rolls in with like some suspenders on with one strap on, and like a kind of short t-shirt, kind of like a gay cowboy looking look. And he gets out of the car and he looks at me and he's like, And so he doesn't say anything, he walks up, he's like, kind of gives me the head nod. He looks at my hair. He's like, He's like, you looking for a catback exhaust? And I'm like, what the fuck was the part about? He was kind of giving me like the head nod about my haircut because he like knew what zone I was in. He started like, gonna get some kind of fucking discount or some shit. And I'm like, you're kind of rocking like a Scion TC. It's like 2 steps away from a hipster/faggot. Like, I don't know if I can fucking help you. And I was like, check it out, man. $450. And he was like, flip the other strap back over. He's like, $450? This fucking car cost $1,700. I was like, might have been used, but a fucking catback exhaust is going to cost you $450. Like, snap that shit back there. He's like, all right, I'll call you later. Alright, yeah. He didn't like that shit. So fast forward the rest of the week, and we're going through, and I'm kind of like seeing the customers come in. They're seeing like a little different zone. Like they're looking in my eyes, and they're like, they're a little bit more comfortable. And I'm usually an asshole on the phone. I'm like, look, you want to fix it or not, motherfucker? It's $450. Fuck you. Fuck it. They're like, are you from Boston? Everybody asks me like 3 times a week, what part of New York are you from? And I'm like, motherfucker, I live in California. Like, yeah, that's what I want to lie about it. I was like, all right, no problem. I'm like, okay, I'm from Boston. I must have fucking told 300 customers I'm from Boston. And so then, keeps going, and I start getting tips through the week. And I'm like, damn, I got 20, 40, 60. I'm like, shit, this would make a good week. And now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what's going on here? They look at me like, this motherfucker peeked out his muffler career. He's got a mullet. They don't know if I own the shop, but they might think I work there. And I'm like, it's like the Heisman Trophy of muffler work. I got the Heisman Trophy for like fucking 2 beers deep in Havasu. So I get it, and I get all these tips, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all these tips? I'm like, let's buy some more beers. And I kind of think that 20 of those dollars was at least to fix my haircut. They were like, this motherfucker should probably fix this shit with a tip, and I'm just going to slide it on the table. Maybe he doesn't notice what the fuck the tip is for, but we're going to give it to him. And so then the week went by, and just more customers had confidence. I was like, you know, this was like the equivalent of like the construction job where you work for your boss, and you come to work on like Tuesday, and like you just started this company like a month ago, and you're like, dude, I got my chick pregnant, and your boss is like, oh yeah, you did? And he's like, yeah, I just bought a house too. He's like, oh, you're fucking trapped. You're my fucking bitch. And he's like, oh, you know, we got overtime Tuesday. And he's like, dude, I need it. And you're just like, yeah, that's my fucking bitch right there. That's how construction works, because, you know, you trap the motherfucker. It's like a guy, yeah. Like, just keep knocking out them kids and just throw them jail keys away. Just to fucking throw them away. You eat a whole lot of fucking mushrooms, and one day you'll think about it, you're like, do I really need all this shit? I might be able to just throw these fucking shoes away. I don't look good in a Speedo, but I might not go to jail in it. Like, I might just be able to trot along, maybe catch like a cheeseburger here and there. Just be funny. Just fucking drink it out, you know? You don't have to drink all those beers. You gotta switch to High Life, though. It's cheaper. It's like $1.49. You get High Life all day fucking long. My last thing I'm gonna close with was, so I did all these fucking mushrooms the last 2 years. It was just, I did that and some DMT, whatever. No big deal. Actually, we got hypnotized last night. A lot of my buddies are gonna like this fucking story when I tell the full-blown version. But you gotta pick your hypnotherapist, just like you pick your lawyers. Like, the more scummier they look, the better they probably are. So I walk into the place, he's got like long hair, and it looks like he like talks to like Jesus like on a daily basis, or maybe he thinks he is Jesus. So I walked in, he's like, how you doing, man? I was like, oh. Like, what's up? He's like, what do you do? I was like, what do you do? And he's like, my name is Anthony. So 17 years experience. I was like, 17 years experience? Let me see some ID. He's like, I'm 36 years old. And I was like, So what happened those first few years? How's it going? But then, the only confidence builder I had was this smoking hot chick in like a pantsuit walked out right before me. I was like, wait a minute, he convinced this bitch that she needs triple therapy? If he can convince her to fuck me while she needs triple therapy, I'm in the shit. Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, we're talking, $150. She just work it out with that chick leaves, and I leave with her next time. So I get hypnotized. And I've been hypnotized before. And he was like, you're going to be able to write like you've never written before. Because I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of at a turning point. I want to just do some creativity shit and blah, blah. And he turned that motherfucker on, and I wrote all this bullshit. All this bullshit. Like in an hour and a half before I got here. Like, I typed like 2 pages. And I was so excited. I was like, see, that's the best $150 I've ever spent. And I was having like a hallucinogenic trip while I was talking to him. And he was like, what's up, dude? I was like, the fucking lights moving around in the fucking room. I was like, this shit's fucking, I didn't even eat drugs, and this shit's good. I was like, dude, just keep doing what you're doing. He's like, your hand is heavier than you. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. I'm like, I'm looking at the wall. I'm like, he's like, focus on that point. I'm like, I'm focusing, dude. I'm focusing. That shit's moving around. I'm like, you see that shit? And so he gets done. He's like, hey, man, you got a real strong, like, spiritual presence or whatever. He's like, I started tripping out while you were tripping out. I didn't even know it. And he's like, I'm like working with you. I was like, well, kick me down 25 bucks back, motherfucker. I think that was free. I'm gonna bring this shit to a close. I think all you motherfuckers are coming out. I bought at least half of you assholes a beer. If not, I'll buy you another one. Anytime you guys want to come to Macabre, I probably will be here on a couple Tuesdays. Love all you motherfuckers. And let's give a big round of applause for all our fucking comics and Bobby. Bobby fucking crushed it. All the other guys crushed it. And this is My Real Job Podcast. This is our podcast if you assholes haven't figured it out yet. This is My Real Job Podcast.podbean.com. And any of the comics I heard tonight, we'd love you having as guests, because that's how we run it. We usually like snake all the comics, and we have good times. We've had Bobby, we've had Evan. We might even get this drunk asshole over here. How many kids do you not know about that you have? How many kids do you have that you don't quite know about?
3 that I know of.
3 that you know about. Yeah. Father's Day's like a fucking free-for-all. You're like, damn, what's all this shit? UPS coming to my house for that? Fucking this UPS just popping off shit. It's like tickets, credit cards, whatever. It's like, you don't get this shit. Alright, bring it to a close. We're going to shut it down. We're going to have the open mic coming up. Oh, sorry. We got one more person coming up. And they're going to fucking smash it. And this sexy fucking Evan up here. His asshole's fucking late with his headband. It was on a little too tight. He got late. And by the way, this beer, I collected this beer from 4 people's brothers' beers.
Thank you guys. I'm going to bring up your headliner for the night. The guy that puts this on.